God, this t-shirt. Ah. Give up the script. Why don't you know your script? This camera life. Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another Say So video. My name is Sephora, by the way. I hope you are all well. So in today's video, I'll be talking about one of the global artists to come out straight from the UK, and that is Jay Sean. So basically what I'll be talking about is how he came up from the underground, made it to mainstream, became a global artist, and then took the decision to make it independent. So before we get into this video, a very quick disclaimer again. This video was purely done for entertainment, informational and commentary purposes. It's not to mock anyone, it's not to disrespect anyone. It's basically information that I found on the interwebs, put together into one solid video. So we're going to keep it well mannered, we're going to keep it cute, we're going to keep it polite, and let's get into the video. So Kamoflague Singh Jahuti, I apologise if I've butchered his name, aka Jay Sean, was born and bred in Hounslow, London, to Punjabi Sikh parents, and is a British R&B artist. According to some sources on the internet, Jay Sean began rapping at the early age of 11 and formed a hip-hop duo with his cousin Pritpal Ruprai. If I've butchered his name, I'm really sorry. I am really trying here. And the hip-hop duo's name was called Compulsive Disorder. However, in an interview with GMTV in 2010, Jay Sean explained that at the ages of 10 and 11, he started to listen to rap music and write raps. Here's a clip from the interview.
Fell in love with singing, particularly at school, sort of pre-teens, 12, 13, that sort of age. What was it like? What were you singing about?
What's so weird was I was writing. Okay, so I was writing songs and writing raps because I was fascinated by hip-hop back then. I used to listen to, for some reason, I'm 10, 11 and I'm listening to Jay-Z and Funk Dubious and Cypress Hill, all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, right, I'm going to write a rap now. And then I'm like, what should I write about? Geography lessons. Dr. Hardy. I'll write a song about, you know, and whatever it is.
That's so sweet.
It's just, you know, a stupid little world, but that's all we know. But then that gave me the bug for songwriting. Then I was like, you know what, I really enjoy this. And so then hip-hop turned into singing for me, and that's when I found myself.
Also in an interview with Link Up TV in 2014, Jay Sean explained that from the ages of 13 to 19, he began spitting, aka rapping, and took part in many talent shows and won multiple awards as a rapper. In the same interview, Jay Sean also explained that DJ 279, who was a DJ on Choice FM here in the UK, said to him that despite him having great rapping skills, the UK rap scene was difficult to break through because at that time particularly, many rappers from the UK started off underground. However, they remained underground, unlike present times where you have an array of UK artists, you know, starting from the underground and making it mainstream. Here's a clip from the interview.
When I started, man, even way before I started doing music, I used to spit. I used to rap from the age of 13 up until 19. That's all I did. And then I won loads of talent competitions here in England. I won the Choice FM, the Night Flight, we could become Commander B, the talent show, as a rapper. You know what I mean? And the thing is, people don't know that, but I've been in the game for such a long time. The only reason why I stopped the rapping and carried on with the singing was because I remember DJ 279 at the time from Choice said to me, he was like, yo, listen, he's like, you got skills, no doubt, but the UK rap scene is difficult, bro. You know what I mean? And he's like, it's really hard. And at those times, bro, we had people like, it was like Funky DL and you know, we had, and Black Twang who were around, and they were still underground, but they never got the shine that nowadays these UK rappers have. They never got into the charts like our boys do now. So it's just so nice to see how the scenes come along.
I say all this to say that as this came from Jay Sean himself, he started to listen to rap music and writing raps from the ages of 10 and 11 and began rapping from the ages of 13 to 19. Whilst pursuing a music career, Jay Sean was still attending school, college, and started studying medicine at the Queen Mary University of London when one of his songs blew up from the underground. As the track was gaining attention from record companies and an opportunity to sign a record deal arose, Jay Sean took the decision to quit his studies and take his career to the next level.
But first of all, let's talk about you as a medical student. There was a nice little shot of you in your white coat.
There was. That was crazy.
It's very official.
Yeah, that was before basically everything started going crazy.
You did 2 years training to be a medical student.
Yeah, I did. Did 2 years, but I did the music. I never gave up the music. Do you know what I mean? It was like my passion. And then one of my songs blew up on like an underground level and got the attention of record companies. So then literally you got your record contract right there, and I'm like, okay, well I guess I gotta do this because this is my dream right here, you know? So it was great.
And just a side note, it was noted in a few sources on the internet that whilst Jay Sean was rapping, he went by the name MC Nicky J, J being the last name of his surname. And it's also noted on the internet that the name Sean came from the nickname that his grandmother called him, which apparently means shining star or pride in Punjabi. But I've also read on other sources on the internet that it actually means respected one in Punjabi, but obviously I don't know. So if anyone who actually speaks Punjabi is actually watching, please comment down below because I'll be interested to know. In 2003, Jay Sean was signed to 2.9 Records, and shortly after, the song Dance With You was released, which was produced by Richie Rich and also featured another 2.9 artist, Jackie D. Dance With You was a major hit in the UK, peaking at number 12 on the UK singles chart and spending a total of 7 weeks on the chart. Following the success of Dance With You, Jay Sean was offered a lucrative major label recording contract with Virgin Records under their label Relentless Records. And in 2004, Jay Sean released his follow-up single Eyes On You featuring Richie Rich Project, which peaked at number 6 on the UK singles chart and spent a total of 13 weeks. Jay Sean then released his debut album Me Against Myself in November 2004, followed by his third single Stolen, which peaked at number 4 on the UK singles chart and spent a total of 6 weeks on the chart. His album peaked at number 29 on the UK albums chart, selling 100,000 copies in the UK. However, his album was a massive hit in India and went multi-platinum following Jay Sean's appearance in the Bollywood film, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this one, I'm going to put it on the screen either here or here, in 2005. Beyond India, Jay Sean's debut album Me Against Myself did massively well in other parts of the world, selling over 300,000 copies, including Europe, Middle East, Southeast Asia and Hong Kong, and this album remains his most successful album to date. In spite of Jay Sean's international success, he parted ways with Virgin Records in 2006. After spending some time away from the spotlight, Jay Sean returned around late 2007 to early 2008 with a new sound and released his single Ride It, my personal favourite, which reached number 11 on the UK singles chart and spent a total of 16 weeks. The song also had international success in countries such as Portugal, Romania, Bulgaria and Poland. He then went on to release his second single from the album, Maybe It's True, which peaked at number 19 on the UK singles chart and spent a total of 6 weeks on the chart. In May 2008, Jay Sean released his second album, My Own Way, as a joint venture between his own record label, Jaded, and 2.9 Records. The album peaked at number 6 on the UK album chart, which meant that his second album did better in the UK than his first album, despite the first album being released on a major record label. In the same year, Jay Sean released his third single from the album, Stay. However, the song failed to reach the top 40, peaking at number 59 and spending a total of 3 weeks on the chart, which is an absolute shame because in my opinion this is one of his best songs. Then in 2009, Jay Sean released the deluxe edition to his album My Own Way and released the single Tonight, which peaked at number 23 on the UK singles chart and spent a total of 3 weeks on the chart. In 2008, Jay Sean was nominated for 2 Mobile Awards for Best UK Male and Best R&B Soul, and also during a backstage interview with Mr. Jam on BBC One Extra, he announced that he was officially signed to CashMoney Records, making him the first British Asian to be signed to an American label.
He goes, guess what? I go, what? He goes, confirmation came as you were on stage. You are now officially signed to CashMoney Records.
So now you are officially label mates with Lil Wayne.
That's right, man. So that's great.
Then later in 2009, Jay Sean released his first single under CashMoney Records, Down, with label mate Lil Wayne, which done massively well in the US, peaking at number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and spending a total of 40 weeks on the US charts. Over in the UK, the song also did massively well, peaking at number 3 on the UK singles chart and spending a total of 20 weeks on the chart. In November 2009, Jay Sean went on to release his third album, All or Nothing, and went on to release his second single from the album, Do You Remember, featuring Sean Paul and Lil Jon. The song peaked at number 13 on the UK singles chart and spent a total of 17 weeks on the chart. The song did massively better in the US, peaking at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and spending a total of 20 weeks on the chart. In 2010, Jay Sean appeared on Kevin Rudolph's song I Made It, Cash Money, featuring Birdman and Lil Wayne. The single peaked at number 37 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 5 weeks. However, the song did massively better in the US, peaking at number 21 and spending a total of 20 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. Later on in that year, Jay Sean released a single with Nicki Minaj called 2012 It Ain't Over, which peaked at number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100, spending a total of 14 weeks on the chart. However, the song did much better here in the UK, peaking at number 9 on the UK singles chart and spending a total of 9 weeks on the chart. Also in 2010, Jay Sean won Best Album at the UK Asian Music Awards for his album All or Nothing.
The best album goes to Jay Sean, All or Nothing.
Then in 2011, Jay Sean released a mixtape entitled The Mistress, and in the same year he released another single with Lil Wayne called Hit the Lights, which peaked at number 67 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of a week on the charts. Over in the US, however, the song did much better, as it peaked at number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100, spending a total of 2 weeks. After a significant amount of delay, Jay Sean finally released his second album under CashMoney Records, but technically his fourth album, entitled Neon, which was released in July 2013. He released 2 singles from the album, Where You Are and Mars, featuring Rick Ross, in the same year. However, both singles failed to chart the Billboard Hot 100, and I don't think any of the singles charted here in the UK, which is really disappointing because Mars in particular is such a good song. Then in 2014, Jay Sean decided to part ways with CashMoney Records and went on to release his second mixtape, The Mistress 2, releasing 4 songs from the mixtape. Take That Off, which was released prior to the mixtape being released. Baby, take that off. Tears in the Ocean. All I Want, and Jameson. This mixtape is a very much underrated mixtape in my opinion. You can tell that Jay Sean actually slapped on this mixtape because whilst he was with CashMoney, it seemed like he was going in such a different direction and away from his R&B roots. So it seems like he had so much R&B like bottled up and he just unleashed it on this mixtape. He actually said this in an interview with Linked Up TV in 2014, where he explained that he wrote The Mistress 2 whilst under CashMoney out of frustration.
For me, you know, The Mistress came out of really frustration of not being able to channel everything I wanted to put into the real album. Ended up doing this sick album, which I gave away as a mixtape.
In the same interview, Jay Sean explained that whilst he was with CashMoney, he was unable to make R&B music and he wasn't able to express himself during this time. So he decided to do a mixtape and give it away to his fans as a gift. Despite all this, Jay Sean made it clear that he did not leave CashMoney on bad terms.
Even though you're not on the label anymore, is the relationship still good? Are you open for more collaborations with CashMoney?
I mean, it's so fresh right now, but yeah, we didn't leave on bad terms, you know.
And will only sign to a major record label if they are able to understand his vision. Also in 2014, Jay Sean had an interview with the BBC Asian Network radio show with Harun Rashid, where he went into a little bit more depth as to why he left the record label.
It came down to the fact that I just wasn't happy there anymore. I wasn't putting out the kind of music that I wanted to put out. It was, you know, there was this pressure to sort of conform to what had worked, which was the big giant pop hits. I'm not interested in that anymore, man. I can't do that. That's not, you know what I mean? My heart's not in that. So it got to a point where I was like, guys, I'm sorry. Thank you. It's been amazing, but I can't carry on like this anymore. Like, I'm not putting them down. I'm not saying they're a bad label. I'm saying they weren't the right home for me. And that's what ended up happening here. It was just like, it got to a point where it wasn't working. It just wasn't working. It was going too far in a direction that I didn't like and that I wasn't happy in. And I think it was evident in the music videos. I think it was evident in the songs. I just went too far from what I do best.
Then in 2016, Jay Sean released a single with Sean Paul called Make My Love Go, under his own entertainment company, Kamoflague Entertainment, Camouflage with a K. The single peaked at number 49 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 13 weeks on the chart. In the same year, Jay Sean did an interview on The Cruise Show on Power 106 FM, Los Angeles, where he briefly explained why he left CashMoney. In a nutshell, he basically said the reason why he left was because his situation changed. It was no longer about him, it was now about his daughter.
Then I had a kid, and I was like, yo, this better fix up real quick. Because this ain't about me no more. This is about my child. So business better be straight now. Because this ain't about me buying a chain or buying a nice watch or buying a nice car. You messing with my family's future now. So like business from now on better be straight. Yeah. Which is the reason I left CashMoney. Because I was like, I ain't standing around like a little Ute boy just trying to make it. This is my family now.
Right.
From the interviews Jay Sean has done after leaving CashMoney, it is clear that he decided to leave the record label because they were trying to market him as a pop up-tempo artist rather than an R&B artist, which he's always been, and this obviously made him unhappy. Jay Sean is now an independent artist with his own entertainment company, creating the type of music he loves best and having total control and the freedom to do so. In 2019, Jay Sean released a music video entitled With You, featuring Gucci Mane and Asian Doll. He also recently started a podcast entitled Jay Sean's Basement Banter with his best friend Woody, where they discuss their experiences in the entertainment industry, and they also have special guests on the podcast. Jay Sean has also recently collaborated with Riz Ahmed, who is a British actor, rapper and activist, this year on the song entitled Any Day. Riz Ahmed also debuted the song on Ellen DeGeneres in July 2020. Jay Sean has definitely made a stamp on the music scene, coming up from the underground to making it mainstream and being a global artist, and then deciding to go independent and having his own entertainment company. He was also the first British Asian artist to be signed to a US major record label, and he's definitely done bits on the scene. All of Jay Sean's albums and mixtapes are available on Spotify, as well as his podcast, Jay Sean's Basement Banter, so do check those out. And this brings me to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, share the video, and comment down below. What's your favorite Jay Sean song? Have you heard anything that I've said in the video already? Is there any additional information that you've heard? Yeah, let's get a discussion going down below. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Over and out.